Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, recently acquired Twitter after the board agreed to the takeover bid by the billionaire, making a dramatic reversal of his earlier hesitation to accept the offer. Musk reportedly paid $54.20 per share in cash, or $44 billion, to take a 38% stake in the messaging platform. The takeover has, however, been welcomed with mixed feelings, with many expressing fears that Musk may alter the way the platform operates. Victor Semota, a tech enthusiast and investor, weighs in on the development.
I think he's sending signals out that people are not picking. And the most important thing, which people don't, like he said TED Talk, they interviewed him for TED, and if you go listen to that interview carefully, his goal, at Tesla, there are two things that are happening. First of all, he also built is behind OpenAI, and Tesla as a company, people look at it as cars. Very, very wrong. Tesla, those cars, what they are doing, really, they are gathering information from the real world. And what he's saying is that at Tesla, what they are doing, they are building real world AI to improve how their cars drive. Okay, because they are looking at doing it in such a way that the cars are like going to be seeing the world the way humans see the world. That's what real world AI is all about. Okay, real world AI is about humans, not some theoretical or abstract thing. The way humans interact, the way humans do things. And what are the best data sets for real world AI? Social media platforms. And what the biggest, untapped one, the easiest one to buy was Twitter. That's one. Okay. Second thing that people are not seeing, this guy does not have a marketing department at Tesla anymore. He fired them. And the reason why he fired them was that he said, look, then he was at, was it 60 or 70 million users. What he said was, he with his own followers and everything, he does better marketing for Tesla than those guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he fired them. So he doesn't have a marketing unit at Tesla. He is the marketing unit at Tesla. Now, if you are the marketing unit at Tesla, you have over 80 million customers on one platform. That platform is the most valuable platform to Tesla as a company. you get what I'm saying? So it is better that you buy it. Because if you get kicked out, the way Trump was kicked out, you lose your entire marketing outreach. So it became increasingly a risk for him. The bigger Tesla got, the more important Twitter became to Tesla's strategy. So it was also, there are two things. You are buying Twitter because of the data for real world AI, and the fact that it's your biggest marketing outlet. So it's so brilliant on many levels. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, oh, okay, this is a very, very good play. And if at the end of the day he's the only one that can make that play, what does that tell you? That is much more important to him. Why? No, that the other people did not contest it, because if it was something that people would just saw that, oh, look, this is a very, very, it's an undervalued asset that he bought, for a good and fair price. That's all I see in this deal.
Some have argued that relaxing content restrictions and a more hands-off approach to moderation could turn the platform into a haven for abusive and hate speech, as well as disinformation. Is this going to be the case?
Don't believe all of that. That's a false flag operation. Look, he can be saying all of those things that he's saying as a distraction. What people, what I've learned, Google will not tell you that, oh, they are an advertising monopoly. They won't tell you that. Google will tell you about all the nice things. Peter Thiel said it, that most businesses, all what they want to do is become monopoly and tell you, okay, I want to become a monopoly. Do you get what I'm saying? So the same thing for people that are operating at that level. What he's telling you, I always tell people, look, this thing is double speak. If this guy is saying, I wrote a joke that free speech means he's getting our speech free, getting our data. Because according to my friends, we're unpaid data entry clerks for Tesla, on Twitter. all what we are doing is, providing data for Tesla on Twitter. So he just bought over 300 million unpaid data entry clients. That's what he bought for Tesla, for real world AI. That goes back to the free speech argument as well, which is where I said, okay, this guy is a genius. Now, for you to have very, very good real world AI, you can't restrict what people really, really do on the platform. Do you understand? You want people to express themselves. So you need to do it in such a way that, the way the real world is how Twitter is. Do you get what I'm saying? Twitter should not be an artificial echo number, because it defeats the purpose of real world AI.
Some governments fear a Musk-controlled Twitter will have a negative effect and Twitter will have to adhere to local laws. Does Asemota foresee restrictions being forced on social media platforms?
All of that is, they banned it in Nigeria for how many months, but when people still using it. So it's about the users ultimately, it's not about governments. So for him, does Twitter have utility to users? Governments can't ban anything when they are VPNs. Twitter has been banned in China forever, but Chinese people are still on Twitter. So it's neither here nor there. It's about the users and what the users. He has many reasons why he must have Twitter, because it's his biggest vulnerability. If he's kicked off Twitter, his ability to be able to sell his cars comes to zero. He has to start a marketing department from scratch. So Twitter became his underbelly. Plus Twitter has a whole lot more benefits beyond that marketing department for the AI part too as well, to actually help his product.
Despite the hue and cry, Asemota thinks Musk's takeover of the platform offers a lot of benefits to users and brands.
He will also make money from Twitter by monetizing things that are not very obvious. Right now, the model for Twitter is advertising, and he's saying, look, I want to do subscriptions. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, for you to do subscriptions, Twitter is also now changing to a community-based model too as well, because they are actually now they have Twitter communities which are like open Facebook groups. You get what I'm saying? I can create a community where only people of my own particular people I choose can write and be commenting in there, without outsiders. You get what I'm saying? But outsiders can still see it, but they can't shut you down. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and ultimately, that thing you have written is still there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just that, you've restricted interactions. And I was looking at that, I said, this is a very... Now, there are some people who prefer, okay, let me pay for my ability to be able to do this thing at a bigger level. Like corporations, for instance. Corporations can decide to choose their audience. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, corporations can reverse it, they can pay for people, to come in. It's a very... they pay for better filtration mechanism, so they can actually really, really target audiences much better. Because what's happening now in Twitter is that there's not very, very good targeting. And that's why the ads are not that effective.
As the EU finalizes the Digital Services Act, which will set limits on content, and the Digital Markets Act, which will regulate tech giants, are we about to see African governments heading in the same direction?
Twitter as an open protocol can't be regulated anymore. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's like saying you want to regulate the internet. Okay, how are you going to regulate the internet? Are you going to stop people from using, which some African countries try to do, but how long are you going to keep doing that? So I think what they are doing is taking it beyond. Twitter as an open protocol that a lot more people can build on. You can't hold them to anything anymore because they are an open protocol. They are like the internet. Do you understand what I'm saying? So are you going to go and hold the internet? and which is what where Google, because I look at all of these things, Google has excelled in doing that, and people don't realize. Yeah, they make a lot of money from advertising, but search as a function is a protocol. So they have search. It's like they pay billions to have their search bar inside your iPhone. You get what I'm saying? Because Google is actually paying Apple. It's not the reverse. Apple is not paying Google. So it's a very funny thing that. So they are paying people for them now. I think Twitter's own is going to be very, very different. It's not going to be like Google. They are saying, okay, we're going to be an open protocol, but what's more important to Twitter is that data. It's not the ad revenue. So they can advertising. So if they have a model where the data revenues are better than the ad revenues, and they can be an open protocol and do not